Two people can do the same work and get different outcome, not because of the energy, not because of the commitment to the work, but because of the knowledge that powers their work. So there's a work differentiator that shows that all work are not equal. And the essence of work is not work. The essence of work is pay. If you want your work to begin to pay you and stop wasting your hard work, then you need to learn that one power that will power your work to be paying more than hitherto it has.
It's my acechina. I'm an expert global business solutions expert and your real estate success strategist known as the mayor of thousands.
Welcome to my daily insights into my daily quotes with my ace, where I give you a longer, deeper insight into my daily quotes for deeper secrets for your accelerated results. And today's quote says, know what works, know why what works, then work it until it works for you. Life is governed by laws and principles, and laws and principles become exponentially more effective with understanding. The difference between work that pays and work that does not pay is understanding. Many people are doing what they are doing for work and they don't understand it, and that's the difference between the employer and the employee. Only employee can work without understanding the business and their work, but those that understand the business and their work are able to employ others. So if you understand how and why work works, you will employ those that don't understand why work works, and that's the greatest leverage and the greatest loss for them, because it is leverage. Because if you understand how work works, you might be making $1 million from somebody you are paying $100,000, and you'll be so happy that you are paying him so much, not knowing and understanding that his efforts have actually made you $1 million. And if you don't understand work, you might be the one doing the $1 million work and receiving 100,000 and being so happy that you are paid so much because you don't understand work. If you know these 6 things, you will understand how work works and how to work and how to make your work pay. The first is to know the principles. Life is governed by principles and laws, and it is those that understand the principles and laws that leverage on those principles and laws to maximize their output. Working against the principles will lead to losses. Working with the principles will lead to maximum output. So those principles become leverage when you know them. The second thing is know the working examples. Just knowing the principles is not enough. You must also know the working example of those that have applied that principle, how they applied those principles, and how the principle pay. So studying examples of those applying the principle becomes a superpower that charges your work, because some people might just learn the principles and jump into the field to start applying them, but in application lies the wisdom of the principle, not in knowledge. And it is in the implementation that you show understanding of how the principles work. And the best how is not for you to figure out how, it's for you to find those that have figured out how and know why it is working for them. The third knowledge that will power your work to make it to start paying is to know why the principle works. Same principle, different people applying it. For one, it works. For another, it doesn't work. For both, it even works. But the one that knows why it works is exponentially more powerful than the man who it is working for and does not know why it works. And that tells us about a refinery that had a problem and they could not produce oil, and it was costing them almost $100,000 every day because of that problem. And they tried everything for 10 days. They couldn't fix it, and they had lost $1 million. When they were told about an expert in refining infrastructure, and they called him, and he flew in, came, examined the refinery, went to his bag, brought out a hammer, hit on one valve of the refinery, and the whole refinery started working. And the refinery was like, wow. And when they asked him for his bill, he said his bill is $100,000. They were, what? How? You only brought out a hammer and knocked. please send us an invoice tabulating how you arrived to the $100,000 bill. And the man sent an invoice and that reads, hitting the hammer on the valve, $1. Knowing the right valve to hit the hammer on for the refinery to work, $999,000. And then the refinery understood the power of knowledge. So it's not just knowing the principles work, but knowing why they work is the ultimate knowledge that powers the pay of your work. The fourth is know the working edge of the winners. There are universal principles, but there are little nuances to this principle that give little edges that create exponential reward. If you don't know those that are practicing and what makes their edge, you might not know how to get your own edge. And this is what informs the book, The Slight Edge. The theory of the slight edge is that we both might be doing 100% effort, and I put 1% extra effort. For that 101 effort, I will not get 1% more result than you. I might get 10 times your result, which is almost 1000% your result just for extra 1% edge. So the slight edge comes with exponential reward if you know how to put it and if you know that slight edge. So studying the masters of the craft, studying the masters of the principle application, and knowing where they get the slight edge that gives him the extra edge to control and dominate the market is very important, so that you can also work your own extra edge for the magnificent exponential reward. The fifth thing you need to do in order not to waste your work and make your work pay is know how to start small. I have a quote that says, it takes a lot of courage to start very small and grow very big. It is cowardice for you to want to start big and grow big. We were all born babies. No man was born a man. So the work of knowing how to scale, start something very small and grow it to very big, is one of the core separators of those that do work that pays them maintenance money and those that do work that pay them mega money. Because the story of Ray Kroc and the two McDonald's brothers is that McDonald's brothers perfected how to make burger and how to start the burger business from small beginnings, but they didn't know how to take it global until a sales and marketing guy called Ray Kroc came and saw the perfect engine they had prepared that could produce hamburgers, and he partnered with them on how to scale the production of hamburgers around the world, and the business of McDonald's was born. And they have branches in more than 150 countries and have served billions and billions of burgers. But not that work of knowing how to scale and partnering with Ray Kroc took the McDonald brothers from street 1,000 value business to billionaires in dollars. That is the difference between work that pays and the work that doesn't. The last thing you need to do to your work to pay you exponentially is to know how long it takes before you start immediately. The difference between winners and losers is not that they don't want to start, but losers want to start when they are ready. Winners start immediately. But the difference between those that tried and failed and those that tried and succeeded is that those that tried and failed sometimes don't know how long it takes, and sometimes when they give up 3 feet from goal. And those that try and succeed already know how long it takes before they started trying, and they kept on until the full gestation and they won. So you need to find out how long your kind of work takes and start immediately. And one of the ideas is Eddie Cantor that says it takes 20 years of hard work for you to become an overnight success. And Malcolm Gladwell that says if you are practicing and giving it daily commitment, it takes 10,000 hours of practice, which reduces the 20 years to 7 years for you to be world class in any skill. So Eddie Cantor gives you the formula for working hard. Malcolm Gladwell gives you the formula for working smart. And I say, smart work makes hard work 3 times faster. So if you understand how long it takes, you won't give up before you succeed, and you can start immediately without losing heart. And that's the difference between work that pays and work that doesn't, because work that pays, you need to know the principles of that work. You need to know the working example of people working that work and making billions from the work and what makes them make billions. You need to know why those principles work. You need to know the working edge of those already winning that are masters in that work and earning billions. You need to know how to start small. You need to know how long it takes to start small and grow big, and then you need to start immediately. And remember, our quote for the day says, know what works, know why what works, then work it until it works for you. So tell me in the comments below, which of these didn't know you needed to know about your business you're doing, that with this you are better prepared for your business for. One of the ones that was always getting me worried was the slight edge. I discovered that in the same business, 2 people will put in efforts and then one person is 10 times richer than the other. Why? Until I understood the concept of the slight edge and also read the book, The Slight Edge. I started putting in the slight edge, and I am the extra mile and the slight edge in real estate. And I am 10 times better than my contemporaries because I know the slight edge and I always apply it in my real estate business. So I'd like to know which you didn't know and how you start applying it after watching this video. No matter what you know, if you don't start immediately, nothing will work. To see a video that will teach you how to start immediately, click on the video above and I'll see you on the other side.
Hey, Lele, it is super duper amazing that you found my content valuable enough for you to watch till the end. Only 5% of exceptional people do that. You're exceptional and I deeply love and appreciate you. Hey, Lele, don't just watch to learn. Watch to take action. And the first action is subscribe and hit the notification button so you don't miss any of our daily value action. Remember, only doers are winners.